Hello, yes, I'm Leila and this is Mura, and we're two of the academic librarians based upstairs in Senate House Library. And as Elaine says, we're going to have quite a bit of information to give you here. We don't expect you to remember all of it. The main thing is that you come and contact us, come and see us when you're ready. We're always there to help you. And I think a number of you had a tour today upstairs in the library, so quite a few of you will have an idea of the space. But if you haven't been there yet, we begin at the 4th floor of this building, and the library technically goes right up to the top of the tower. It's packed full of books. It is a purpose-built book tower, and you can go freely between floors 4 and 7. There's loads of books and study spaces of all different kinds on those floors, and you can request us to go and get books from the 8th floor upwards. So we'll just start with basic information about who we are at Senate House. So Senate House Library, it is the central library for the University of London, and we specialise in arts, humanities and social sciences, and we are one of the UK's largest libraries of these areas, and we have currently approximately 2 million printed books. We have about 60 named printed special collections, 1,800 archival collections, and an increasing number of online resources. We have thousands of online journals, ebooks, and other specialist databases, and we're going to sort of touch on some of those today. And really, we're here to support you in your research, and we really aim to have research-level collections. And as you'll see as well when we go through, a lot of these are quite unique. Some of them are very specialist as well. So the main thing is your SAS card is also your library card. So you'll be set up ready to use the library in that way. You can just swipe in and out with that. We do also have a library app, which is, there's information on there's a handout on your chair, which has information on there. There's a QR code on there, which will lead you to register for the library app. And if you want, that will also have your barcode on that. And if you want to just use your phone to get in and out of the library from now on, you can do that. But the app also has our opening hours, the library catalogue, and it also tells you how busy the library is at various points. So it's it's got wayfinding on it. So it's a really nice thing to log on to if you're interested in having apps. Those of you who are taught postgraduate students, you can borrow 15 print items from us. And if you're doing a research degree, you can borrow 20 print items. And all of you can access on-site and off-site the huge range of e-resources that we have ready for you to use. We also, in the library, you may have seen when you went on your tour, we can loan you a laptop to use within the library space. They're just on the 4th floor area. And again, you use your SAS card just to open the cabinets and take a laptop out. There's free Wi-Fi everywhere. And also something that you may not have spotted as you're going around, but we have what are known as individual study carrels. And these are little sort of rooms that have a desk, a chair, some shelves. And these are loanable for a cost, and you can loan them for periods of a time. And you can also, if you do loan one, you can check out extra books to the carrel and have them left in the carrel. So it's just a really nice thing. It is at a cost, but you can book those on the library website. And they're very useful if you want a sort of really quiet place and a very private place to go and study and keep your belongings. The library hours currently are Monday to Friday, 9 AM to 11 PM, and on Saturday and Sunday, 9:45 to 9 PM. I should say that some hours in the late evenings and on Sundays are self-service only, but there's staff there until at least 5 o'clock on other days. So, moving on. It's hard to sum up the library in a slide, but what we've got here are just some of the collections that we have within the library. So we have history, literature, we have English, Spanish, French, Latin, German literature. We have manuscript and print studies. This is one of our sort of specialist areas. Philosophy, huge social sciences encompassing, economics, politics, gender theory, feminist theory, post-colonial theory, Latin American studies, Commonwealth studies, and those collections encompass literature and politics and history, social sciences, and broad-ranging culture and memory studies as well. But these are just some of the areas we have within the library. The print books, as I say, are open for you to look at, most of them. The newer books are on a special area in the 4th floor, and then there's also collections on floors 4 to 7 as well. So as you wander around the library, I think we'd recommend that if you have time, just have a browse around the space, get a feel for it. All the study spaces, all the book collections are slightly different in atmosphere, and I think you'll find somewhere that suits you. They're all kind of very different little hiding places, some are more open plan. It's entirely up to you where you want to go and study. We also have huge numbers of books in the tower which you can request, plus we have an off-site store as well, which is at Egham, and there's a huge number of books there, and again you can request those from the catalogue. We'll get them for you brought over to the Senate House site. We also try, although we've listed the subjects here discreetly, we do try and buy interdisciplinary works as well. We're very aware that you don't often study in these really discrete ways, so we're very keen to sort of develop interdisciplinary readings. And also, if we don't have a book that you want, there are a couple of things that you can do. Firstly, you can get in touch with us, the subject librarians, and you can suggest titles that you think we should have. And obviously we'll consider them, and I'd say quite often we're able to sort of add them if they fit with our collections. We're quite happy to hear from you, and it's very good for us to hear from you. But equally, if it's something that we can't get for some reason, we offer an interlibrary loan service where we can get books from other libraries, including the British Library, for you to use within Senate House. So, don't worry if something's not there, do get in touch with us and we'll discuss with you about that. So, going in further, we're going to sort of highlight a few of the particular sort of thematic strengths rather than collection strengths. We've got a full list of these on the website, but these are just a few that we thought we'd highlight today. And I'm going to just read from here because librarians have written the text. I don't want to misrepresent anything. So I'm just going to read a few bits. So with regards to social, economic and cultural history, this covers a broad chronology spanning late antiquity, and the Middle Ages to modern and contemporary. Strong international focus and very distinctive strengths in British, Irish, European, US, Imperial, Commonwealth and Latin American history. There's also thematic strengths in Victorian and Edwardian culture and society, the history of welfare and social reform, the history of education and the origins and development of industrial societies. With regards to political activism, protest and counterculture, we offer real depth and breadth of research in many printed, modern and special collections and archives that chart the history of left-wing, alternative and radical political movements, the development of working class movements, feminism, history of women's rights in Britain, Europe, US, Commonwealth and Latin America. With regards to pacifism as well, we have social and political activism of the earlier part of the 20th century is very well represented. And there's also an impressive coverage of queer culture and activism, from the literary to the campaigning for LGBTQ+ rights and equality. Then we have really strong knowledge of mind collections across the deep divide between philosophy and empirical psychology, offering a uniquely interdisciplinary means of approaching the study of ideas across time and in diverse transnational and geographic contexts. We have a distinctive and often eccentric collections, and that's a word we often use with our collections, in and between areas such as the history of psychology, the history of science and medicine, feminist philosophy, the history of political and economic thought, sexuality and gender, to name but a few of the many areas. We also have wonderful works in parapsychology and the paranormal. They're really outstanding and quite unusual, and they also include new works, antiquarian books, archival material on psychical research, parapsychology, the occult, spiritualism, the paranormal, the unexplained phenomena, magic and witchcraft. And I'm now going to hand over to Mura to talk a bit more.
Yes, thank you. How do you find this amazing material? So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the catalogue and the databases that we have. Right. So as you can expect, all the material in the library, be it print or online, has to be located mainly using our catalogue. So most of our stuff is catalogue. We still have pockets of uncatalogued material, which we can advise you about, but we can say that with pride and joy that most of our stuff is catalogue. And they are easy to access if you follow the link at the top of the homepage on the library website. So you will see that box saying search the catalogue. And this is going to be your first port of call for when you begin your search, when you begin to know what we have in the library. So we are very happy, our team of academic librarians, to talk to you and help you make the most of our catalog. It's not the easiest to use. It's, given the history of our collections and the nature of our materials, is quite a challenge sometimes. So we're very, very happy to show you. We can do sessions to show you how to make the most of this tool. As Leila mentioned earlier, we have over, I think it's over what, 550? Over 600 now databases of all kinds of materials, and you can access them. We have a database list indexed alphabetically, and you can browse this if you want. It's quite large, but you can also limit the searches by subject. You can see the highlighted areas, or by database type, which can be quite useful if you're looking for specific things like primary sources, digitized material from collections that we hold or from around the world. We have quite a few subscriptions to those. If you're looking at newspaper databases, if you're looking at, for example, primary sources, as I said, bibliographic databases, and so forth. So we advise you to familiarize yourself with this list. And again, we offer training and support in your individual interests. So you come and contact us directly, your specialist librarian, or us as a team, and we can offer more training on how to use those. A very important thing is how you sign up to use these resources online. So there's something called Open Athens. Some of you may already be familiar with this. So when you access our resources off-site, this is the easiest way to start the research. You can click on any of the resources we offer on our website, and then you'll have a login window. We're not going to show that here, I don't think. And then it will be quite easy from there. You just put your name from your library card or your SAS card, and then the barcode is the login password for that. But again, any issues with login and access, you can come to the library and we can help with that. Okay, so you would need to choose, as School of Advanced Studies students, that option when you sign into our resources. Okay, so you will be presented with that choice when you try to log in. Now, Leila mentioned briefly about special collections. Just a few more words about that. We're very proud of our special collections in this library. We have a wealth of primary source material in all sorts of formats and media, ranging from medieval times to modern times. And we have exceptional strength in literature and the arts, sociology, politics, and economics. So we're very proud of, here's just a nice picture of the various things we have. So from Shakespeare's first folios, I think we have some here, or no? And to the Cartoneras Publishers Collection, Latin American publishers in the 21st century, Das Kapital, Marx Das Kapital, and the Harry Price Library of Magical Literature. And as far as types of material, we have things starting from books, pamphlets, ephemeral, periodicals, maps, manuscripts, you name it, we have it. So again, as I said, most of these are catalogs, so you can discover them via the library catalog as well. And we have special collections pages where you can read more about individual collections, and you can read more about the archives and the different subjects contained in our archives collection. And now, because the two of us are here today, we are speaking on behalf of our team, the academic librarians team, to invite you to use our expertise and enthusiasm in supporting your research. We do one-to-one consultations with you if you contact us and give us your question or your topic or your concerns or anything you need to know. We can meet up with you and look at your questions and research and try to advise. We also offer training, again, that could be targeted to a group of people or a master's course or whatever you feel at a particular point in time that you need the most of. And I also want to open this today to all of you, that we organize quite a few things in the library, including exhibitions, displays. There's a big exhibition coming up, which we hope you will get to see on Caribbean literature and
I think it's more activism.
So you'll be able to see what we do. And we invite you all to, when you get deeper into your research, to come and talk to us if you want to explore more and maybe write a blog with us, or maybe help us with a display, or maybe that would help you and would help us to kind of collaborate, and it will benefit both of us while you're here in the School of Advanced Study. And so the next thing here, the last thing is our contact details. Is it? Oh, that was the research support I talked about. So, so this is where you find us on the main library website, and that's the main library address, but we have individual contact details. So when you go there and you click on the research support pages, you will find all of us listed with our names and our subject expertise and our email contacts there. So yeah, please get in touch. That's it.
That's it.
Any questions? We'll see you at the